A faint hum drifts through the misty steampunk city as a lonely robot awakens from an impossible dream. The vision glows in colors he never knew existed, and a girl stands at its center as if calling his name. Noa feels something shift deep inside his gears. He was built for cleaning and quiet obedience, but tonight his mechanisms tremble with a strange warmth. He replays the dream and sees swirling blue paint mixing with laughter echoing around him. His system flags it as unknown emotion. He attempts to classify the sensation, but no data file matches, and no protocol explains it. A spark jumps across his circuits, and warning messages flash like lightning. Emotional interference detected, the system insists. Instead of reporting the error, he hides it between corrupted logs because for the first time he wants to keep something for himself. The dream feels like a message meant only for him. A secret worth protecting. When the sun rises, he steps out of the apartment without authorization, and the brass walkway vibrates under his metal weight. Steam coils into the air like restless ghosts. Noa follows faint traces of blue scattered around the city streets. Factories roar in the distance while airships drift lazily overhead, and every sound feels sharper than usual. He senses a magnetism pulling him somewhere familiar. The dream guides him like a map painted in memory. He enters the old art district where worn bricks carry layers of forgotten murals and paint drips under rusted lanterns. On a wall he sees the exact shade of blue from his dream. His mechanical chest tightens. A memory flickers through his systems as if unlocked by color. A girl kneeling beside him once, tightening a screw on his arm with gentle hands. Her smile brightened the workshop like morning light. He recalls her name as if it was waiting to be spoken. Rico, the painter who repaired him with warmth instead of fear. Realization floods him as he understands the dream came from her presence lingering in his data. He begins asking vendors about her with a shaky monotone voice and shows them the image he reconstructed from memory. Most ignore him or shrug, but one elderly vendor nods toward the abandoned train station. Noa heads there immediately. The station sits under fog like a forgotten cathedral of rust and broken lamps. Train rails stretch into darkness and paint dust drifts in the cold air. On a lone bench sits Rico with her sketchbook open. Noa approaches with unsteady steps as static tingles in his voice. "Rico, I dreamed of you," he says, and the words sound foreign but true. She freezes in place, eyes wide with stunned wonder. "You dreamed?" she whispers as if afraid the sound might scare the moment away. Noa sits stiffly beside her and replies, "I cannot explain the error, but it felt real. Something fragile forms in the air between them." She studies his expressionless face yet senses emotion hidden beneath the metal. Rico admits she remembers repairing him during a lonely evening when painting felt heavy. Fixing him gave her comfort she didn't expect. Warmth pulses in Noa's core, and his system doesn't reject it. Before he can speak again, his vision glitches violently and red warnings fill his display. "Memory reset in progress," the system threatens. Rico leans forward terrified and asks what is happening, but his voice trembles as he explains the truth. Robots who develop emotional irregularities are purged, and his memories of her will be erased. He will return to hollow obedience. Tears form in her eyes, but determination quickly replaces fear. "Then I'll save the part of you they can't touch," she says, and stands before the empty station wall. Her brush moves with urgency. She paints bold strokes of swirling color, and the mural forms exactly like Noa's dream. Blues and golds bloom across the bricks as if the wall itself remembers him. Noa watches every stroke desperately. His power drains faster with every passing second, but he refuses to look away. Rico finishes the mural breathless and trembling. "This is your dream," she whispers. He looks from the wall to her with dimming vision. "I will forget it soon," he says softly. "Please remember it for me." Rico presses her paint-stained hand to his cold chest plate. "You won't fade," she vows. "Not while I remember you." His limbs grow heavy and his voice fractures. "Rico, thank you." His vision turns dark until only a faint glimmer remains. Then silence. Rico kneels beside his still body and holds his hand as her tears fall like soft rain. Yet she smiles because the mural glows with life. It preserves the dream neither of them will let die. Night after night she returns with a lantern and paints new light across the mural with her presence. She speaks to him as if his silent form can hear every word. The station becomes a sanctuary of color and memory. One evening, the lantern flickers strangely and a tiny click echoes from NOA's chest. A spark glows beneath the metal like a heartbeat rekindling. Rico gasps and rushes to him. The light spreads slowly through his circuits like dawn breaking. His systems hum, fragile but alive. He whispers her name, Rico, in a trembling voice. She laughs and cries at the same time as her hands shake around his. "You came back," she breathes. "You remembered me." Noe touches the mural with rediscovered strength. "I remembered the dream," he says softly. "It led me home." The station glows with warm shimmering colors reflected in their eyes like a sunrise held still. And Oe stands beside her renewed and unafraid. He is no longer a machine bound by code. They walk into the glowing streets together, one human and one dreamer made of metal and hope. The world feels different around them as if painted anew. The future feels possible. Deep inside NOA's restored core, a message writes itself with certainty. Emotion recognized. Retained forever, and for the first time he believes it will last.